Welcome to the yoke sweater front, part 1. We are doing short rows, tension 10. Your carriage needs to be in hold, and you're going to hang your yoke over 53 left to 53 right. Remember, I messed up my yoke and I had to knit 4 rows of white. You do not. Here's what you are going to do on either side for 4 rows, then you will be caught up where I start knitting with the blue yarn. Alright, so what you're going to do is you are going to hang 53 left, 53 right. You're going to start on the right hand side and you are going to push back 52 right and 53 right, and you're going to knit them off and then press your space bar. When you push your space bar, oop, went too far. Hang on. This is being naughty. Okay. So there. Okay. So this is row 2. You are increasing 2 on the left and increasing the 1 on the right. So what you're going to do is you're going to push back into B position from, actually not to B position, you're going to push them back to D position from E position because your carriage will already be into hold and we are short rowing. So you're going to push them back into working position, and then you are going to knit across, and then you will increase 2 more stitches, increase 1 on the right, knit across, and then you will increase 3 stitches on the left, increase 1 stitch on the right, and knit across. And then you will increase 3 on the left and 1 on the right. So you are always pushing back the ones that are on the collar side and increasing the ones that are on the armhole side. I hope that makes sense. Now, mine was a little different because I forgot to knit the 4 rows of white when I was doing the yoke itself. So I had to increase those 4 rows immediately. I missed out on just a little bit of the nice slope on this neckline, but it still works out in the end. So we'll carry on from there, and everything should be good to go. Open program. Click F8, Interactive Knitting. Open your shapefile. Pick your piece. Start on the left, machine knitting. Take a deep breath. Are you ready? Alright, the first thing that we notice when working with Design a Knit, doing the front, is that it says you need right 52 and right 53. Well, that's a lie. You actually need 53 left and 53 right. So we're going to hang the yoke on 53 left and 53 right. And then we will start short rowing the piece onto the bed. So I'm going to start with placing the center mark just off center because it's upside down, so it won't be exactly center. We're just going to keep working our way around. I will pause the video until I get this all loaded onto the machine. Alright, so the first thing that we notice is that we are supposed to be short rowing, and I missed my 4 rows of white. In order to put those 4 rows of white onto my knitting, I need to put them in now as 4 straight rows. As I am putting in those 4 rows of white, I need to increase the work 4 times. So I'm going to do that as soon as I put some weight on it. Okay, without missing a beat, I need white yarn. 1 second, please. My yarns are fighting for space. All right. So stage number 1, I need tension 10, normal knitting, knitting my first row and then increasing. So that's row 1.
Increase right 1, increase left 2.
So we're going to increase both sides 1 stitch. We are ignoring most of the instructions. We are just looking at the edge to make the edges match for my project. Yours, you're going to need to just put the needle back when you need it, but we'll show that in just a minute. I know this makes no sense because I messed up mine from the get-go. So I'm just going to keep going. Sorry. That's row 1. This is row 2.
Increase left 2, increase right 1.
So we're just increasing 1, both sides. We're only going to do this for 4 rows. Okay, I don't want to move that one twice. So I just move 1 extra and then hide the hole right there. Okay, that was row 2. Now 3.
Increase right 1.
Increasing each side by 1. Okay, this is the last row of white for me. For you, it is the color you are working with. And we will even it all out in just a few minutes. So this is row 4.
Increase left 3, increase right 1.
All right. So now I am actually at the beginning. So now I have done increases to a point. And all of my white is where it's supposed to be. There's no holes, no gaps. Taking a deep breath. I am now supposed to be on the inside of the piece. 1 second, please. This is asinine. Okay, got rid of this silly window. So now we are at row 4. we are going to cut this yarn. I'm going to bring the needles into hold again. Putting my machine into hold. Cutting my yarn. Bringing down the blue. And now I'm going to catch up what is missing. So I should be at 42 and 57. So 42 to 57. This is going on to row 5. I'm introducing my second color. And I'm just going to continue with short rowing. So here we go for row 5. Okay, I had a stitch on this side. Accidentally grab, which it wasn't supposed to do. Make sure I didn't lose anything. Oh, I did. I lost that stitch. Oh boy. Okay, I gotta try and save this. Okay, I'm going to move this over. And I'm just going to plug the hole with the one from underneath. There's nothing I can do about it. I didn't see that it was not there. Deep breath.
Increase left 3.
And I lost the stitch on this side. Okay, stitch on this side is fine now. Alright, we're fine. We now need to go down to 39. We're going to knit across and then we're going to lock it in. This is 6.
Left 3. Increase right 1.
So we're supposed to increase by 3. That means I need to weave that in, wrap that around, and increase to 58. Mine's not going to be perfect, but I'll try and explain those first 4 rows when we're done. Okay, so now we're going to knit across for row 7. One second, please. All right, so we are at row 7. We need to press the space bar. It says we need to increase the left 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are not increasing the right. And now we're going to knit across. And press the space bar.
Increase left 6.
6.
Right 1.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's make sure that we weave these ends in. under and lock that in. Okay. Going back. Now I've got to increase the end one. And plug that hole. Because we are in hold on our carriage, we cannot just pull the needles out to make sure that they knit off. We have to make sure that they are no further than D position, otherwise they will not knit off properly. Taking a deep breath, row 9. Okay.
Increase left 6.
So we're increasing another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we knit across now, we're going to be done with this side and we will start on the left side. So for row 10, knitting across, finishing the row. Okay, so we're going to loop the stitch over. We're going to trim the yarn tail, and now I am going to put a clip on and press space bar. So now we need to place all of these into hold, and we are concentrating on the left hand side. I need another clip. I don't have another clip. Why don't I have another clip? Because I have a clip on here. Okay, we're not going to worry about the other clip. So now we need to fast forward 4 rows, because I already have these 4 rows done. So 1,
Increase right 2. Increase left 1.
2,
Increase left 1. Increase right 2.
3,
Increase right 3. Increase left 1.
4.
Increase left 1. Increase right 3.
Okay, so this is row 5. We are at left 57 and left 42. So 57 and 42. So that should be what it looks like. So now we are going to knit across with the blue, and then we will be at row 5. You're on the correct side, knitting across. Okay, so now we have tripped the row counter for the wrong row. Going back to row 4, row 5. Okay.
Increase right 3.
So it says to increase right by 3. All right. Make sure that we are weaved in and locked in. So now we've increased those by 3. We are now going to knit across, and they should knit off. And they do. Okay, this is row 6.
Increase left 1. Increase right 3.
So we are now increasing by 3. We're now at left 36. And we need to increase on the other left side by 1. So increasing by 1 to 58. Making sure that our hole is plugged. Moving those down to D and that one down to B. Taking a deep breath, knitting across for row 7. Okay, row 7.
Increase right 5.
We are now increasing the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to weave those ends in and come up on the one that is not going all the way back, so that we plug that hole just like we do for socks. So row 8, knitting across. Row 8 says we need to increase 6.
Increase right 6.
And we need to increase to 59 on the other left side. All right. We are increased. We are knitting across for row 9. Row 9.
Center shaping. Increase right 6.
Okay. So what we need to do, it says that we need to increase 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to weave this in. I'm going to move these forward, move them back. Okay, I'm now going to go back to the left hand side and we will start row 10. So here we go. So row 10.
Increase left 1. Pick up. Increase right 1.
Okay, so we are now going to take our machine out of hold. We're going back into normal knitting. We are done short rowing. We are now going to clip the yarn tail from the right hand side. We are going to do the increases on both outsides. Move that one back. And increase. They are now both at 60 and 60. I'm taking a deep breath.